I knock on the door and wait. I wait and wait and wait. The seconds go by slowly, agonizingly, like trying to squeeze the very last remains of toothpaste out of a tube. When the act of waiting gives my brain enough free time to start panicking, I knock on the door again, just to give myself something to do. There's still no response. There's nobody home. Shit. Noelle isn't here, and neither are her parents. Well, that would explain why their car isn't in the drive. No car, no people. I can't hear a single sound, not even from a stray bird or a lonesome cicada. There's nothing. It really does feel desolate here. I guess there isn't much I can do then. I say this aloud, attempting to organize my thoughts. It might be easier to do so in words rather than stifling confines of my own skull, whatever. Sure. I'm not sure whether I'm relieved or not that Noelle isn't here. At least it means I don't have to face her. For now. Gives me a little more time to prepare myself and figure out what to say. It is difficult though. I don't know if there's anything you can say to after abandoning your best friend for 2 years without a single word of explanation. Well, I guess since Noelle isn't here, this means I can pay a visit to Ammon. I turn away from Noelle's home and make my way back to my grandparents' house. I know my old bike is being stored somewhere in their back garden, waiting for me to ride it once more. Oh god, it's early in the morning, and this is going up the same day as a Hatoful Boyfriend, because I suck. It's taken longer to reach the next town than I thought it would. I'm slumped over the handlebars of my bike like a slab of freshly cut meat. My face is just as red. I pan heavily trying to get my breath back. Sweat beads on my forehead dripping down the corners of my face, the contour of my face and off the tip of my nose. This gradual degradation must be what happens when you move to the city. Since everything was all so convenient, I stopped walking and cycling everywhere, and instead started to rely on the godsend that is public transportation. I took the train to and from school. When I wanted to go shopping, I went on the bus. I hardly ever had to walk unless it was to the convenience store, and that was only 3 minutes away. My heart burns. My face is on fire. At least one good thing is to come of all this. When I blush, my face goes so red it helps obscure my freckles. I don't like them. I've wondered about wearing makeup to conceal them before, but it might be kind of strange asking my female friends for advice about that. I don't know if they'd tease me, but, well, even if I wanted to reinvent myself, it's already too late. The people at my new school already know all about my freckles, so what's the point? Yeah, I wouldn't be able to fool them. It's just the same as I used to be all those years ago. Or am I? If that were really true, then why has cycling suddenly become such a chore? Could I have changed more than I thought? My legs hurt. After that strenuous cycle here, I don't even want to look at my bike, let alone ride it. Unfortunately, I can't just abandon it somewhere along the street. That would be irresponsible, and someone might trip over it. Burdened by my own code of ethics, I end up towing the wretched thing along behind me, holding it by the handlebars. Maybe it wasn't my fault I got so tired. After all, this is an old bike. Perhaps one of the tires is flat or something, and the brakes aren't very good either. It's not my fault. Really, truly isn't. Or at least, I don't want it to be. Jeez. Trying to distract myself from the concerns over my physical fitness, or lack of thereof, I take a look at my surroundings. Come to think of it, I really should be paying more attention, given I'm wheeling along this unwieldy vehicle. I don't want to run over any small children. The streets are pretty crowded. Since it's a warm day, the whole street is flooded with life, young men and women strolling along hand in hand, parents pushing baby strollers, old men and women shielding from the sun under a bush shelter, laughing over private jokes. There are young children clinging to their parents, wailing for ice cream, a group of teenage boys with their hands thrust deep into their pockets, sporting backwards baseball caps, a gaggle of girls with fake tans and long fingernails laden down with shopping bags. Everywhere I look I can see something happening, and almost everybody seems to be smiling. Shh, fuck off, Dean. Is that because of the warm weather? This town really does have everything. Large business, buildings with more than 3 floors. Oh shit, what? A library and hospital and police station and a church, several shops, an elementary school, middle school and my high school, not combined into one classroom like the school in my old village. There are even ice cream vendors on the street, a couple of fast food restaurants and a movie theater. Truly this place is a metropolis. At least that's what I thought when I was little. Littler than I am now. Now I know that I know that isn't really true. There's only a small town with a population of about 30,000. It's not nearly as cosmopolitan as I thought. When you get older, your perspective really does change. The 5-story company buildings that were once so impressive are less grandiose now. The single library sadly understocked. The ice cream vendors, nothing special. In bigger cities you can also buy crepes and yakisoba and takoyaki in the street. Huh. Now, where was the cafe again? I think I might have run out of space on my computer, but okay. If I remember correctly, it was just down the street and then to the left. Not too far away. This is only a small town, so of course it isn't too far away. Nothing is. I feel a little bit worried about my disheveled hair and sweaty brow, though. If I go to see Emu looking like this, it won't make a very good first impression. I bet she'll make fun of me. Should I try to find a public restroom somewhere so I can freshen up? I'm not so sure. Sounds like too much hard work. If it's Emu, she'll make fun of me no matter what I look like. That's just a thing. If Emu laughs at me, she laughs at me. I don't think I'll mind. It's how she communicates with people. I think. Right. All I want to do is see her friendly face. Coming back here after so long feels stranger and more unsettling than I thought it would. And so I finally made it back here. Back to this familiar cafe. It's a warm, comfy place, made mostly of wood, a small establishment, not very large, with a certain kind of humble charm. Oh god, I can hear the music and I'm not even wearing headphones. Oh, that's not good. I don't know how loud this is. One sec. Hooray for professionalism. Oh shit, there we go. Okay. And the waitress who comes to greet me. Hello sir, welcome to Emu Cafe. Will you be dining alone today? Is there anywhere in particular you'd like to... Oh my god! It's Emu. Pink hair is as messy as ever, tendrils falling out of her ponytail. One hand on her hip, she looks at me up and down, her mouth parted slightly. Ah, no way, that's not fair. She's grown over the last couple of years too. I may have entertained some wild fantasies of one day overtaking her and being able to rest my elbows on top of her head just as she always did with me, but of course it didn't work like that. The best laid plans never do. I didn't grow at all these past 2 years, but Emu, she shot up like a stick of bamboo. She's still taller than me. A lot taller than me, actually. How depressing. Emu looks at me in surprise. It takes a few moments until finally she's able to greet me. When she does, the words that come out of her mouth... Cockroach Kid! It's you! Are not exactly flattering. Jeez. I mean, that's mean. I'm sorry. I just can't help it. You're always boasting in your letters about how you're getting even taller. You're gonna catch me up soon, blah blah blah. But when I actually met you, you still look like a 12-year-old. You're still the same old cockroach kid I remember. Don't call me that. I'm trying to put that painful chapter of my life behind me. To you, it might be a tragic tale. But to everyone else, it's a comedy. Hey, don't go endeavoring in so much pleasure from my past failures like that? It's me. I'm a mean person, Hatchan. I thought you knew this already. Kick. I was laugh is just how I remember it. Oh, fuck. It's a devilish little giggle that sounds incredibly mocking. That laugh, coupled with a smug expression, makes me feel as though nothing's changed between us. If she wanted to, she could still rest her elbows on top of my head and use me as a coaster. I sigh. Still, I'm pretty grateful. If you hadn't swung by, I'd still be stuck working in a crappy cafe until 4. I owe you one, buddy. Laughing, Emma claps me on the shoulder. She uses too much force and it hurts more than she probably intended. I wince, rubbing my shoulder. I hope it doesn't leave a bruise. Even though you're working as a waitress now, you're just as violent as ever. Me? Violent? No way. You could have dislocated my shoulder. Sorry. I guess I was just so happy to see you again. I get a little overexcited. Amy giggles, waving one hand as though no big deal. Because Emu never takes anything seriously, being with her is always pretty relaxing. Which is kind of remarkable given how much she beats me around under the flimsy guise of friendship. Perhaps Emu's easygoing nature comes from a living in the countryside, free from strict rules and regulations, confusing train timetables, and angry people in business suits holding a briefcase. Fuck off, Dean! Seriously though, you look dreadful. Are you okay? I look down on myself, self-consciously examining my sweat-stained shirt, red calves, and trembling hands. Maybe I should have tried to clean myself up just a little. No, I'm fine. I feel great. That's a lie. I shoot down so quickly. Well, you look like you're on the verge of death. What happened? I stare at the floor and mumble something unintelligible. Like that, hoping Amu won't hear. Of course, this pathetic attempt at resistance proves to be completely futile. Smirking like a proud detective who's just cracked the particularly difficult case, she leans forward, hands linked together on her lap. You tried to cycle here all by yourself, didn't you? No. Don't be stupid. I helped you chain your bike out outside the cafe. Remember? Of course I remember. It only happened like half an hour ago. There's always been better physical or practical stuff than I have, too. The several failed attempts of me fumbling around with a lock, Emma eventually sighed, hands on her hips, and shooed me out of the way so she could do it herself. I was just taking my bike out for a walk. I thought it needed some fresh air. I'm so sure. You see, this is how I think it happened. Do you want to hear? Please impart upon me your knowledge, oh great detective. Well, obviously you decided to cycle all the way here, thinking it would be no big deal, acting like you know it's all usual. Know it all as usual. Hey. And then, obviously you forgot just how out of shape you've become using that public transportation that they have in the city. Don't make quoting marks with your fingers when you say public transportation. It's not a conspiracy theory, you know. And neither is the city, for that matter. And then you got all tired and out of breath and gross and sweaty, and you realized you're not as healthy as you used to be. But I'll come. I'm surprises with a flourish, or some surmises with a flourish of one hand and a grin on her face. Is that about right? I pout. Was this girl able to see through me so easily? I left out the part where I found a giant peach floating down the river with a small child inside. Did this child go on to fight off a band of demons with the help of a talking dog, a monkey, and a pheasant? What am I missing? I think something like that might have happened, yeah. I'm sure it did, Hachan. In the Legend of Momotaro, maybe. You're just as mean as I remember. Amma ruffles my hair, messing it up between her fingers. And you're a lot sweatier than I remember you, Hachan. Hey, that's not fair. Neither is life. I'm sorry, but you'll have to get used to it. Go. I grip my teeth together and glare at Amu, but it's half-handed. I'm not really mad. This is just how Amu and I interact. For all these years I've gotten used to our comedy routine, and so I find myself automatically acting as the straight man, even when I'm not so bothered by our silly antics. That we could slip back into our old routine so comfortably after so long feels strangely relaxing. I had you. What is it? Emma's smiling, winsome expression on her face. I know that face well, with more familiarity than I know my own reflection in the mirror. What do you want, Amu? Huh? How do you know what I wanted something? Because I know you. Is my face really that easy to read? It really is. It's because I'm a fair maiden. There is an Amber. There are many ways I could describe him, but the combination of fair and maiden is not one of them. What do you mean? I mean because I'm so sweet and gentle and I wear my heart on my sleeve. We're a dishonest person, you know. Well, I guess that much is true. But anyway, what are you after? I know you want something. Well, I've been working hard in my parents' cafe, you know. I know. So I could really use an energy boost right now, if you know what I mean. Like what? Emma giggles deviously, pressing her index finger against her lower lip. Okay, good luck, kids. Lightning strikes! Huh? I stare at Emma in alarm, my eyes wide and worried they might roll out of my skull and land on my own lap with a plop. What does she mean by that? I couldn't, even though we're friends, I think that's going a little too far. Oh, Achan, your face is all red. Of course it is. What else did she expect? Well, if a kiss is too much, I would settle for a snack. Food? Okay. That might be slightly more manageable. I just need to get my breathing under control first. Yay! Ice cream! Emma claps her hands together delightingly, just like a little kid. Even though Emma doesn't like sweets too much, she does like ice cream. I feel proud of myself for remembering this. Good job, me. You made the right choice. Thank you, Achan, thank you. You're gonna pay for me, right? Actually, on second thought, what are you talking about? You're the one with the job, aren't you? That's irrelevant! But you have more money than I do. The amount of money doesn't matter. No guy would invite a girl out to ice cream and make her pay for her own share. That's too cheap. I'm not actually taking you out on a date or anything. We're just friends. Exactly. We're such good friends that you'll pay for my ice cream. Well, go on, Achan, please. Please, 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 pretty please. I'll be your best friend. I thought we already were friends. Yeah, we are, but, you know, better friends. What does that entail exactly? Well... That means I won't make fun of your height for the rest of the trip here. Amu's definition of friendship really is something. Yeah. Fuck it. Buy an ice cream. And so, as might be expected, I caved in. Yay! This is really delicious. Thank you, Achan. It's no problem. You even remember my favorite flavor. I didn't even need to say. Of course I remember. How could I forget? The reason I remembered Emma's favorite flavor of ice cream isn't because we have such an incredibly deep bond of friendship it can be severed no matter what. It's nothing as sentimental as that. The reason I remembered is because I always thought her favorite flavor of ice cream was really weird. I mean, green tea? Really? That's the kind of ice cream you'd expect an elegant lady to flavor, not an... Shock. Not an Amu. Hey, be careful. I'm getting it everywhere. Just fun. And don't talk with your mouth full. It's disgusting. It was just a sign that I'm enjoying it even more, Grandma. Not like you, I was... not like you who ate the whole cone in like 5 minutes. That's because I was being sensible. I didn't want it to melt on me. Well, that's so boring. Who wants to be sensible? Don't answer back. Look, you're getting your ice cream all over. Right, come here. Moving a little closer. until her legs are brushing. Then I take a few paper tissues from my pocket, there's no harm in being prepared, and start to dab at her face. Emma wriggles of discontent and pulls the face, but I am relentless. I scrub at her face until it's sparkling clean, no longer smeared with cold, gooey mess. It's always been this way between us. Emma is the active one who gets into the scrapes while I hang behind to clean her up, taking care of her cuts and bruises. I think it's because of my close friendship with family that I got into the habit of carrying tissues with me to begin with. Killjoy. We pouts, taking another lick of ice cream. I just want you to look presentable. You're not my mom, and I'm not going to attend a marriage meeting. You don't need to be so fussy. It's in my nature to fuss. If you don't want me to get concerned, you shouldn't act so childish. Black. He sticks at her tongue. There's a glob of ice cream sitting on it, dissolving slowly. Ew. It's gross. Emma turns her head away and continues eating, taking a few more minutes to finish up her ice cream. This time, however, she's slightly more careful and is able to finish the job without getting dirty again. I almost feel like I should applaud her for that. She probably made quite the effort there. Still... Emma leans back against the bench, staring up at the blue sky. Life in this small town continues around us always, and yet, right now, for some reason this moment feels strangely special. Did I mention it's like first thing in the morning for me? Intimate, maybe. I forgot how much you used to worry about me. Getting so much attention feels kind of nice. You just like being taken care of. Maybe a little. It reminds me of when we were kids. That was slow. Emma turns and looks at me. There's a small smile on her face. You haven't pampered me in so long. Not since she came. Isn't that right? I pause, suddenly hesitant. I know what she's talking about, of course I do, but I had assumed, stupidly I had assumed Emma wouldn't talk about it. After all, she'd never mentioned her in her letters. I thought being with Emma would be safe. I wouldn't have to think. I wouldn't have to remember. I wouldn't have to feel guilty. Hey Emma. What is it? I pause. My hands clenched in the fists. I bite my lower lip. I don't really want to talk about that. Is that okay? Huh? Oh. I'm sorry. It's not something I really want to talk about either. Here. Let's go do something fun. Fun. Right. Fun. Hey Hatchan. You hungry? I am... maybe a little. Then I know just what you're going to do. Follow me. And just what we're going to do turns out to be this. We're sitting together in a small family restaurant situated by the library and the sports centre. I used to go here a lot when I was younger, since it was the de facto place my parents would default to when they wanted to take me out for a treat. The interior decor is typical for these kinds of establishments, uniform and nondescript, with beige walls and square tables. This place looks exactly the same as always. Of course it looks the same, silly agent. All these restaurants do. That's true, I suppose. And aren't there restaurants in the city like this, too? There are a lot. Isn't this a popular chain? I think so. But still, somehow, I can't help but smile as I look down at the tabletop. The condiments have been arranged just so, and there are packets of salt and sugar in a small box. All's to be expected. Kinda nice coming back here. Makes my memories feel more real somehow. Are you being all sentimental? Maybe. It's kinda hard not to be. Nah, you're just too sappy. God damn it, I can't do that voice. Maybe that's true too. I think I had a birthday party here once. All the kids in our school have had birthday parties here at some point or another. Apart from maybe Yareli. She's always too popular for places like this. I guess there aren't that many restaurants to choose from. Yeah. Someday I want to go to a really big fast food restaurant where the floor is all greasy and the people behind the counter are sweating and shouting at each other, and there are so many customers that you can't even find a seat. Ugh. the mere thought is enough to make me shudder. I don't think I'd like that so much. Isn't this place enough?
It'll do, I suppose, but it's not the same. It's like there isn't much energy, like... You know?
Not entirely.
Huh? Well, it's kind of hard to explain. But this place does have something special. Cute.
Special? What do you mean? Grins mischievously, gesturing towards a meal. It's a simple cheeseburger with a minimal amount of salad and some fries. Standard fast food, cheap and easy to prepare. Nothing at all like the meals that my grandmother makes. I'm sure if my grandmother knew we'd here, she'd tut at me. Even though she's a laid-back person, she can get strangely serious about food. Huh. Now I expected more closely. There's something odd about Emma's meal. Her portion looks a little smaller than mine. Stuck in the center of a cheeseburger is a small green flag. Don't you only get those flags with children's meals?
That's right.
Emma beams, pushing the small flag with her pointed finger.
This place is amazing. If you collect all the flags from the kids' meal in a week, you get a burger for free. Isn't that amazing?
So, you ordered a kids' meal just to get the flag?
That's right. I've never been able to get all the flags before, but this time I'll do it. I'll assemble all of them, every last one, and then victory will be mine. Aha! I can practically taste that free cheeseburger from here. Just thinking about it is making me drool. Yeah.
But you could just buy another cheeseburger with your own money. And if you get a kid's meal, you don't get as much food. I don't get it.
Tut.
Emma clicks her tongue against the roof of her mouth.
That's not it, Ai-chan. It's not about the profit. It's about the romance.
Romance?
Yeah. You don't understand a girl's heart at all. At all. Ai-chan.
How the fuck am I meant to pronounce this? Anyway.
It's the suspense, the thrill, the narrative. It's the promise that maybe, just maybe, you might be able to get all the flags if you're super lucky, which makes it so wonderful. Yeah. Just thinking about it is getting me all pumped up. Now I only need the yellow flag and my conquest will be complete. I'll get that free cheeseburger no matter what. Yeah.
Watching Emma get excited over something so minor is actually kind of endearing. Can't help but smile at her foolish antics, shaking my head as I do so. Still, I'm curious about something. There's one mystery that is yet to be solved. But you're not a kid.
Huh?
Aren't you a little too old to order something from the children's menu?
Huh?
Damn it, Dean.
Oh well.
Emma giggles.
I'm still a child at heart, so it's okay.
Emma places her hands against her cheeks and bats the eyelashes in what perhaps is supposed to be an alluring manner. However, given there is a streak of ketchup against its lower lip, the effect is slightly ruined. Not completely, just slightly. Hey, thanks.
Huh? What are you thanking me for?
I'm just glad we were able to have fun again.
Hey, if you keep being so corny, you'll make me blush.
Sorry. I'm not trying to be embarrassing or anything. It's just nice. Being able to see you again.
Huh? Did you miss me, Ai-chan?
Yeah, of course I did. You're one of my best friends.
Well, thank you, Ai-chan. I missed you too.
Ah. Somehow, despite that smile, the atmosphere between us has become kind of heavy. Emma notices too, because she giggles and prods my cheek with her finger. What?
Kid. You're blushing, Ai-chan.
No, I'm not. I protest childishly and break away from Emma, trying to hide my face. Naturally, this doesn't stop Emma from laughing at me, and I will see you next month because... Fine. Actually, no, I'll see you later because I'm also uploading Hatoful Boyfriend because I forgot to upload this last week. Yay for professionalism!